And here we are at Light for what should be a fantastic showdown. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Julio Cesar Chavez, 171 centimeters tall with a reach of 170. Julio Cesar Chavez making his way to the ring, multi-time world champion in 3 weight divisions, generally recognized as one of the greatest athletes Mexico has ever produced. Diego Corrales, a multi-time world champion in 2 weight divisions. You don't get a more entertaining fighter than this guy.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Here is one.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
You know, look at the stars, ex-fighters, ex-champions ringside. That's what these fights do. That's what these venues do.
So capacity. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Morales is stumbling and bumbling. A much better game plan here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. Do you believe this? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this. They love this. They are born for this.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Whoa, ay caramba! Julio Cesar Chavez in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at
a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout.
There's the bell to start round 2. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in.
Oh, my goodness, Johnny. Corrales might be ready to go. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good counter punch. Corrales in some real trouble now. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
A perfect counter lands. careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Those counter punches have to hurt. Despite what the judge... Hold that thought! And going to the canvas is Corrales. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
A shot from the gods took him...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. Boy, let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
That counter punch caught him clean. And he scores with the counter. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? They better start respecting each other's punching power. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. With this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. There's the bell for round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The courage on display here is incredible. The straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? A perfect counter shot. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Couldn't land that jab. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Diego Corrales. Back into the fray. to see more jabs. Beautiful counter shot. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Tried to score with a jab. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Can't land the jab there. Nice counter. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. There's the bell for round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Morales is stumbling and bumbling. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
And forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Punch out, but thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. And a round that seemed... There's the bell to start round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. And some real... I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Beautiful counter punch. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8. There's the bell to start round 8. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that, you know this round coming out?
Appreciate you stopping through.
Everything falls down because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Good counter punching. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go. You know that.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Well done with that counter shot. Swing and a miss with the hook. Julio Cesar Chavez in some serious trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
That's...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. It is a draw. No winners. And
Hit that like button. I'm letting my headphones charge. $100 points.
A beautiful afternoon for a fist. Up first, and here we see.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Victorville.
Well, I hope you brought your sons. And that's the opening bell, round 1. No rest for the weary. A left hook. Only catching air with that hook. Will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it. You watch when the rounds roll on.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That jab doesn't score. Good defense there to stop that hook. So close with that uppercut. A perfect counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. And there's the bell for round 2. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in time.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Can't score with that jab. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Garcia in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's...
You don't want to lose this fight, man. Come on.
On to the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The straight right just misses. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to be straight.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, we're entering there's the bell to start round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Both men step back for just a moment. Counter shot lands. That uppercut does not score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He threw a punch and just got countered. And down goes Diego Corrales. A big headshot and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
Even I've got to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
They need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. So it's planned. There's the bell to start round 5. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
You don't want to trade shots. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. Catch and shoot. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout.
Come on, how is he dropping
I
these
don't
things?
care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
That was a terrible round, that was. Come on. You've let him back into the...
Nice round, good round. I like that one.
There's the bell to start round 6. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? The straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. Caught him. These two featherweights are gonna let their hands go, you know that.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get them close.
The straight right just misses. And he was. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Garcia in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest.
And there's the bell for round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to block it. They've got to block it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Incredible work rate. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Stamina is off the charts. Perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice defense there to stop the right hook. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, he is glad to have... And we enter the 8th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punch. Did well to block that right hook. Both men step back for just a moment. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Just misses with that left uppercut. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
This round could go either way. Did you see that? Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
These scorecards were all over the place, but in the end, I think the right athlete won. I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. There's nothing quite like a fight at the Empire. The gentleman of boxing.
This bout is
a lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. Those counter punches have to hurt. No rest for the weary. There's a counter shot. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. The perfect counter lands. The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That left hook missed. Stamina is off the charts. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
And there's the bell to start round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice defense there to stop the right hook. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Clearly his opponent was too much for him, and he's thrown in the towel. And that will do. There's nothing quite like a fight at the Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Muhammad Ali, the greatest. It's Floyd Patterson.
This bout is
An open air. And we're underway in round one. Nice slip to avoid the jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. That counter shot lands. The first time these two fought, Ali nicknamed Patterson the Rabbit because he said he was scared. Let's see if Patterson can buck that trend in this one.
There's many ways to beat a fighter. You step in the ring, and you know it's your divine right to be there. Your divine right to be the best. Ali was the best at it. He could either intimidate you or talk you out of believing in yourself. And that was what he did with Floyd Patterson. He told to Floyd Patterson to say, this is my destiny. You're just in the way. And Floyd Patterson believed in the first time. Does he believe him? Can he block him out? Can he put his fingers in his ear and say, no, don't listen to him? He's got to get Ali out of his head, because if Ali gets in his head, if there's anybody that is the best at that, it's Muhammad Ali.
Good counter punch. We wanted action, and they are delivering. That counter punch caught him clean. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. He is... Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the wall. Because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Insane action. This is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose.
There's the bell to start round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Miss with that jab. They exchange punches. Left hook just missed. A swing and a miss with that jab. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Good counter punching. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back.
Here we go to the 4th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
These two fighters are made for one another. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. talk about Ali in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special.
Let him back into the fight.
Back into the fray here in round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Punch, counter punch. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
And he scores with the counters. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Another scoring shot there. Just misses with that uppercut. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. There's the bell to start round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Well done with that counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. So they will throw in the towel.